You know that one line from J. Cole's Cricket Smile? It just nails the entire soul of the song. It's a statement, it's a philosophy, it's a challenge, all rolled into one. And really, if you can get your head around that one line, you've unlocked the key to this whole anthem.
So today, we're going to dive deep into J. Cole's Crooked Smile. And we're not just looking at it as a hit song. No, this is a seriously powerful statement about what it actually means to be authentic in a world that is just screaming for perfection.
So where does a big idea like this even begin? Well, it's actually built on something surprisingly personal. J. Cole's own decision about his own smile. And trust me, it's a choice that goes way, way beyond dentistry and becomes this huge symbol for his entire way of looking at the world. Okay, so I want you to picture this for a second. You've finally made it. You've got the money, the fame, the whole platform, and almost instantly the world starts lining up to tell you all the ways you need to change to fit inside that perfect celebrity box. And Cole, he just puts that pressure right out in the open. This wasn't some subtle hint, you know? People were literally telling him this directly. The expectation couldn't have been more clear. You've got the cash, so now it's time to go buy a perfect image to match.
But here's what makes this so incredibly powerful. He doesn't pretend it was an easy choice. He actually pulls back the curtain and shows us that internal struggle, that voice of doubt that, let's be honest, we all hear when we're confronted with our own perceived flaws.
And that honesty is it's everything. He's flat out admitting he considered it, that he felt that pressure to just conform. And that's what makes his final decision so much more meaningful. It's not just an act of defiance, it's a moment of really hard-won self-acceptance. So this is where the Crooked Smile becomes the anchor for the entire song. It completely stops being about teeth and transforms into this huge metaphor for embracing any part of yourself that doesn't fit the world's super narrow definition of perfect. And with this line, bam, he reveals his mission. See, he's not just keeping his smile for himself. He's making a deliberate, conscious choice to be a role model, to prove to a younger generation that being real is worth so much more than any manufactured, perfect image.
So, from this personal starting point, Cole masterfully takes that symbol and applies it to a much, much bigger struggle. He turns his empathetic lens toward the intense and, frankly, impossible pressure women face to achieve a certain standard of beauty. He breaks down this painful daily ritual with such incredible empathy. It's this cycle of hope and disappointment, right? You put on the makeup, you confront the mirror, and then comes that crushing feeling when you realize you can't even face what you perceive to be wrong with yourself.
And right in the face of that struggle, this line feels like the song's warm embrace. It's such a powerful counter-narrative to everything the beauty industry sells us 24/7. He's saying, hey, your natural self is already a work of art. It doesn't need fixing. So ultimately, Cole frames this whole struggle as a radical shift in focus. Society trains us to obsess over what you're lacking, every tiny flaw. His message is a call to action. To find your power by recognizing what you're packing, your inner strength, your character, your true substance. And all of this leads to a really pivotal moment in the song. After building this whole case for inner value, he directly confronts and completely redefines the very idea of what it even means to be real.
He poses this question, and it's such a brilliant turning point. He's asking about all the external things we modify to fit in, but then he immediately dismisses the question's importance, basically suggesting that whether they're physically real or not completely misses the point.
And his answer just redraws the battle lines completely. True realness, he says, has nothing to do with what our eyes can see. It's something intangible, your spirit, your heart, your essence. That's the real you.
This line just lands as the ultimate affirmation. It's a direct, empowering message to anyone who has ever been made to feel small by someone else's judgment. He's saying your worth isn't up for debate. It's a fact. Period. Now, just when you think the song has delivered its message, Cole zooms out. Way out. In a stroke of pure lyrical genius, he expands the crooked smile metaphor from a personal symbol to a sweeping critique of American society itself.
What a line. He's arguing that the flaws in America aren't superficial things you can just fix with a simple solution like braces. No, he's saying these are deep, systemic, structural issues that are woven right into the fabric of the country. And he does not hold back. He starts pointing out the deep structural cracks in the nation's foundation, from mass incarceration and systemic poverty to the impossible choices people are forced to make in the streets. Each one, he argues, is a crooked part of the national smile that can't just be cosmetically fixed or ignored.
So, after a journey that takes us from teeth to self-image,
all the way to the state of an entire nation, what's the final takeaway? Well, it's that the core theme stays the same. There is immense power in acknowledging and even embracing imperfection.
That chorus, which we hear throughout the song, it becomes this mantra of resilience. It's about being pushed down or made to feel flawed, but knowing with absolute certainty that you will find your way back to your own light, your own truth, your own power.
And that's really the final challenge the song leaves us with. It turns the entire metaphor back on us. It asks us to look inward and identify the parts of ourselves we've been taught to hide or to fix, and to really consider what might happen if, like Cole, we chose to wear them as a badge of honor, as a symbol that we are real.